saying ain't nobody can stop me. They better sit back and watch me. For really though. These niggas.
Alright.
I mean, sometimes you do.
Alright, who wants to go next?
I would like to hear something from us in my house. You can laugh and I want to laugh at it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Get it done, right?
Yeah, just get it done.
Alright, I'll stand at 3 so you know the timing, okay? Alright, thank you.
You got it.
You made croissants? You took 6 hours to... Oh, wow.
Ready?
Ready.
And go.
So what's up, guys? My name's Wub, but you can call me Wub. Today I'm going to be telling you a story about something that happened last summer. And it was me and my mama. Shouts out you, Pauletta. I'm going to call you. And we went to Italy, right? And it was a great trip, but let me just paint a picture of what really happened. It was my first time flying, right? Technically second since we took a flight down to Atlanta first, you know. So technically I could say it was my first since it was all in one day. So first thing, you know, I was kind of, you know, I was excited to see what would happen my first time flying, right? I know nothing about, I mean, I hear some bad things, I hear some good things. I was kind of in the middle. I was excited, but I was like, you know, what could go wrong, right? So I'm walking up to the plane, and I wouldn't really call it a walk. It was more of like a shimmy, so I kind of. But my bag, it kept like, I had one of those roll bags, so every single time I stopped to shimmy, it would just bump on the ground, and that kind of pissed me off. You can understand. But listen, hear me out though. First thing, I stopped down. I saw on flight. We're going to Italia, right? For those who know. Shouts out all the homies over there, by the way. Very long flight, 9 hours. So I'm just sitting here like, what am I gonna do? I'm looking, I'm sure no one ever does this. I even picked up the magazine to begin with. You know, I was kind of, you know, I was curious. Like, they have some cool seats, they have these windows, you know, ignorant people. Like, just the whole package. So I'm thinking, after reading the magazine, I think I flipped through it for 10 seconds tops. And I noticed there's like a pair of earphones there. I put them in, I'm like, all right, let's get it. God's plan, I'm hyped. First track, what am I gonna play? I gotta play some Cutter, right? I think the volume was at 3 and they just blew out right then and there. So I asked Mom, can I have yours? And she couldn't hear me, she had them there. I didn't wanna bother her, I didn't. So I let that go. I was like, all right, that's probably just a sign. You know, it can't get any worse. I'm not at rock bottom quite yet. So we'll keep it going. So they're coming by, and a little bit of time's passed. I'd say about an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes. And the flight attendants, there was, I'd say, one per aisle. You know how they go down with the drinks. So they were checking, you know, checking on people. Like, what would you like? We have Coca-Cola products, whatever. Like, what would you like? We have some ice here too, if you prefer it cold, because I know it was kind of shivery on the plane, so you can understand that. So they pull up, one of them, that is, to where me and my mama are, right? And she's next to me. She got the window seat. I was kind of butthurt about that because, you know, it was my first time. Like, I could still see it, but it was just a white blob of nothingness, so I couldn't see too much. But no, I ordered a Schweppes. You know, if you know what, you know, Schweppes is my shades. I love it. I got that. I think she got a Bloody Mary or something. And she put the vodka in herself. She loves to do that. So I was like, you know, round of applause. It was, you know, I could see her, you know, she could tell she was happy. We're visiting her cousin. She hasn't seen him in like 20 plus years, right? And it's just like, everything's so peachy, it couldn't get any better. So, you know, after they hit us up, basically, they went to the 2 ladies behind us. They're a little bit older in age, right? I don't want to sound disrespectful by saying that, but they have seen their better days. I'll just say that. They were there, and the flight attendant asked, "Hello, ma'am. What can I get you?" She couldn't even finish her sentence. The lady's just like, "Yes, I'd like another pillow, please." Straight up. And I'm thinking, I didn't mention this earlier, but there were some pillows there. They're not like pillow pet size, but they're, you know, you work with what you got. They were like this big, I'd say. They weren't nothing special, but they were there, and it was cool. Pillows on an airplane. So she asked this, and one of two things start to just jog through my mind. And at this point in time, the internet machinations of my mind were an enigma, and you can understand. No earbuds. So I was thinking, she wants another pillow. Lunchtime's in 2 hours. Maybe she got hungry. Maybe. That's a possibility. Second thing was, I did see her pull up to the bathroom with it in her hand. She had an umbrella too. Maybe it fell in. Who knows? So I was going in between those two thoughts, and I decided to settle on that. She got hungry. Because, I mean, that's a lot less disturbing than, yeah, well, enough with that. So that continues on, and the lady's like, yeah, well, of course, we'll get you the pillow you asked for, man, but what would you like to drink? And she just says, pillow! Right then and there. And, you know, I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh, she's so disrespectful. She's just trying to do her job, dog. Like, what up? Like, is there something wrong? You're on a plane, just chillax, please. So she completely, and I can understand, I can relate with the flight attendant for doing this. She just, you know, I could tell she tried to hide it. She really just tried to keep that smile going. I could tell she was butthurt on the inside. She just kept it going, which is understandable. She's kind of a jerk for doing it. So later on, she finally gets her pillow, and the first thing she says to the flight attendant, I don't like this kind. And I'm thinking, like, what's next? Is your gasoline going to go bad? What's wrong with you? Different kind? But I kind of cool. I was trying to, you know, kind of, if you've ever seen that picture of Arthur with his fist on the side, I was trying to keep my cool with that. So eventually at this point, I'm like, I might as well, and before you asked, that we didn't have any pillow flights on the airplane. I wish. Maybe next time. But I was just thinking, I might as well just give her my pillow if she's going to be this way. But one thing led to another, and I decided to, you know, take a nice doze, because, you know, having to listen to that over and over again, back and forth, it was very tiring, to say the least. So I was in my mind, you know, I was just kind of chillaxing, doing whatever. And fast forward, and we're there. We're flying the boat Rome. I'm like, all right, what up, though? Everybody, you know, I didn't want to wake anybody up because there were other people sleeping. But we land, and I just want to thank God for that. You know, my first flight, I couldn't be more appreciative. A safe landing, what more can you ask for? And I stand up, and I almost tripped. Thank God this didn't happen, but it was about the time we were just about to take the luggage from the top, but people were still kind of, you know, they were in their deep sleep, doing whatever. So, and I wanted to go to the bathroom. You know, I was kind of afraid from what happened earlier, but I decided, let's just do it. Let's do it. So I stand up, and I almost tripped, but I just see hella pillows stacked up in the aisle. Nothing you've ever seen before. And I wish I could tell you it ended there, but it didn't. I went to try and, you know, pick one up, because I ended up giving my mom a pillow. You know, it's a nice thing to do. You know, thank you for bringing me on this trip in the first place. So I ended up giving my pillow to her. So I tried to take one, and the lady's immediately like, ah! Like, she freaked. A little something just kind of quirked there. So yeah, she's just like staring at me and looking back at the pillow, back and forth. I'm about to grab it, but I just kind of stop and I smile. I walk off, I go to the bathroom, and she says, don't go in there. And that's when I realized I really can't win with this woman. I'm just gonna wait. We'll do it when we get to the airport. That was it. God bless you, have a nice life, but you are just such a, you know, there's some words I'm not allowed to say right now in school, but just know that was running through my mind. And that's honest, that's how it is. So I just kind of chilled. Multiple eye rolls later, we did get there, and she was coughing the whole time. I wanted to order like a medicine package or something from the flight attendant. I don't even know if they have that, but that was driving me crazy too. We landed, we got there, everything was cool. As soon as I saw her leave, she was trying to stuff all the pillows in her luggage, and it didn't work out for her. So I just said, do you mind if I take one. She said, yeah, no big deal. Which was nice, you know, a good way to end things. And that's how the flight went. That was my first flight ever. It was it was an interesting one to say the least, and that's how it went.
Yeah, well they say every nigga under 19 who ain't smoking weed every day of the week is a loser. Well, I disagree. I think all y'all niggas is kinda G, and I count him too. Let me kick these super rhymes.